This is the Distracted and Disorderly podcast. I'm Chris, and this is Kayla.
This is Kayla.
We're just fucking idiots.
This
Let's
is
go.
Kayla.
So my point was working in the music business and being around rock stars and guys. What I always found was the guys that were brand new to fame and fortune were the biggest cocksuckers, right? Because these guys, all of a sudden, they're a bunch of young kids who think that their shit doesn't stink. But I met so many...
what it was, though. That's all that it was. I don't think that he was new at this point. It was just that, like, he had the look that all the girls liked at the time. Like, he was at Warped Tour. All of the girls were all over him. He thought he was better than everybody.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So, but, like, at the same time, I met guys who would have had every right to be that cocky, and they probably were in their younger age. Like, dude, I spent one night, we did a Public Enemy show, and I hung out with Chuck D afterwards, and Chuck was the most down-to-earth, coolest fuck guy in the world. But I met him in 2003. If I'd have met him in 1988, he probably would have been, a little more...
He would have been like, get out of here, you white piece of shit.
I still like Helen Quinn. I listen to his music all the time. Like, Sleeping with Sirens is still like a big band that I absolutely love. They have like an acoustic album that everyone hated, but I loved it.
So what were you asking before? Was this the that question you sent me?
No, Scott said he was going to compare two bands.
Oh, you had two earlier. You had two, yeah.
I do have two bands.
Go.
Do it. All right, so all right, well, coming out of the same scene that you and I came out of, Killswitch Engage, or All That Remains.
You could have stopped at Killswitch.
They're more hardcore than...
Who's more hardcore? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
I guess the real question would be who's more fucking metal.
It's true. Well, so that gets real tricky.
But here's the problem. Killswitch has two eras.
Really, three.
Which I think are very different. Yeah, I'll call it three, but I'm more of a fan of Howard than Jesse, and then it's no disrespect because Jesse's good, but I like Howard's style better, and I like that era of Killswitch better. So if I was going to compare that to which era of All That Remains, are we comparing All That Remains when they all still listen to death metal, or are we comparing All That Remains when they got a little big and they branched out?
What we should do, we probably shouldn't have this discussion right now. What we should do is album for album.
We should just start a music thing on the side.
Well, because like look at This Darkened Heart. This Darkened Heart is one of the most perfect metalcore albums ever written. It was when Mike first joined the band. Ollie was still kicking around. Matty Dice played bass on that album. And I think that's when they first got Shannon to play drums. That album was fucking amazing.
That's their second one, right?
Right, that's the second album.
That's their best one.
By a country fucking mile.
Because it even still has singing parts in it that are fantastic.
And it does. Yeah, but put that against which Killswitch album would you put that against? End of Heartache?
It's hard. It's hard to hold up to that because you know what? I have skipped around that All That Remains album. Admittedly, I don't usually skip around if I'm gonna like End of Heartache is so good front to back. Like, but
if you listen to that whole All That Remains album front to back, if you go look at the ratings for that album on every song,
I could, but that's arguably, it's hard to tell because Killswitch was never that metal.
No, but that album is more metalcore than metal. That was a huge progression.
But there was way more fucking metal going on that All That Remains than Killswitch has ever done.
Well, okay, so
that would be my argument.
Go back one step further. Overcast or Aftershock?
I never got to listen to Aftershock, dude. Where can I go listen to Aftershock? Are they on Spotify now?
Where you look, are you fucking high?
They weren't online in the past, is what I'm saying.
Yes, they've been online for the last fucking 10 years.
Oh, look, what year is it?
2024? Probably longer than that.
2014 to 2024.
No, probably 2010.
I have not tried to find Aftershock to listen to in the last 10 years. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So before that, Aftershock Propaganda. If you listen to, so Propaganda is a compilation of all three Aftershock albums. The last Aftershock EP is a 5-song EP. If you listen to that EP, it's pretty much Killswitch with Toby singing instead of fucking Jesse. Like, it's so good. I mean, that whole beyond that, displacing Through the Looking Glass, which was their second album, fantastic. Like there isn't a bad Aftershock song. Period.
I have to check it out. I have nothing. I couldn't pick between the two because I never listened. But Kayla, favorite heavy band.
That's a stupid question. I don't know. How am I supposed to answer that?
Just something you consider
favorite.
Something you consider heavy that you like, listen to a lot. That's your favorite. It doesn't matter who it is, what their sound is, what their hooks sound like.
Yeah, but I don't know if they would be heavy. I listen to a lot more metal than I do anything with like hardcore. I don't.
That does metal's heavy too. Doesn't matter.
Okay, I don't know the name of the album, but it's a very specific album by the Amity Affliction. So, I think my favorite.
That's weird.
The Amity Affliction.
I skew all the way towards hardcore these days. You know what I mean?
No, I'm talking. They've been around for a long time. I'm surprised.
Yeah, but they don't hit my wheelhouse.
I think they came out when Census Fail and all.
You should try it. I'll have to send you a specific song after that. I think that maybe you would like.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'll give anything a shot. It's just I'm wearing a Search Warrant shirt, and Search Warrant's a new hardcore band out of fucking Lower Mass that's phenomenal. But if you listen to it, it's straight up old school hardcore. There's nothing.
You could ask me who my favorite is next week, and it would be different. Like that's how often I switch up my music. Like he's like, what is it right now? And I think that you asked that specifically because I always like.
What's I'm saying? Like currently, like if you were thinking this week.
Yeah,
like what's in your that's in your playlist this week? What about right something now? That's the heaviest thing in your playlist this week?
Probably because I've been listening to like this morning I was listening to Frank Sinatra and then Chris Brown and then they're like my variety is all over the fucking place. So this week I would say the Amity Affliction.
The heaviest thing in my playlist is Big Pun.
Don't laugh. Don't fucking laugh. Don't don't laugh at the joke. Just pretend he didn't do that. Pretend he didn't do that. You stressed her out, you bastard.
You can't comment on people's weight like that.
He's not even alive, Scott.
He can't even defend himself.
If they have a mural on a wall in fucking a city, you can't say shit.
Yo, anyways.
I could have said 100 Demons because those dudes are big too, you know?
I have one last question for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, since you guys were, even now, have been to way more concerts or shows or anything that I've ever been to, did you guys ever have a band that you really liked and then after meeting them, it ruined it for you? You couldn't really listen to their music anymore?
I've had a few.
In the hardcore genre? No.
No, I have.
Or in any genre?
I've had a few where I was like, yo, they're pretty dope. And then I got a second to like be face to face with them. And I was like, oh, they're actually pieces of shit.
Really?
And, I'm not going to name the band, but,
oh, I was hoping that you would.
No, because the band specifically I'm thinking about, it wouldn't be beneficial to me and my band to name their band.
Okay.
Not that they're big enough, but they're big enough. But, you know, there was, I used to really listen to a lot of underground rap, like Jedi Mind Tricks, Vinnie Paz, Apathy, Army of the Pharaohs, that kind of stuff. I definitely went to one of their shows and they were just fucking grumpy and pissy the whole fucking show. They sat in the back room. Somebody went over to offer them a beer or something and they fucking waved them off like they were nobody. And the worst part about it is it wasn't a big show. Like maybe 15 people showed up at a very small club. And obviously, if you go somewhere to play a show and 15 people show up, those people want to see you because those people came to see that person. So instead of just putting on a show and being like, you know what, there's nobody here, I'm going to fucking hang out. This guy hid in the back all pissy. He didn't talk to nobody. Then he came out like he was a fucking...
There's only 15 people there?
I don't know. He came out and he was like a superstar on stage and he had his little crew with him. And then he went right back in the back room. And I don't know if he was having personal problems or sick or whatever, but it was just very fucking odd. And it was just fucking... It rubbed me the wrong way. And then, you know, especially how people like that talk. A lot of rappers do that shit. Oh, this, I that, when I'm here, when I'm there. And then it's like, you know, you hid in the back and you don't do anything. No one sees you anywhere ever. You're good at what you do. But
I mean, I've certainly met a lot of guys like that. Just not in the music that I currently listen to. Hardcore tends to not have a ton of. There's some ego, certainly, but for the most part, a lot of those guys are pretty chill. I mean, Nobody's perfect, but all right. Can I ask a question?
One last one.
Chris, can you name 3 newer bands that you like in the last like 3-4 years?
3 newer bands that I like. Conform is one of them. My brother introduced me to Alpha Wolf not that long ago.
Yeah, he sent me those guys too. They were fucking dope.
Ashen is another one that I really like.
That's 3.
There's a handful, but I'm all over the place like she is too. As far as heavier stuff, Landmarks is fantastic. I mean, I could keep going on. There's a decent list if I really think about it. But I ultimately my real quick, my playlist this week has literally been The Game. Just listening to The Game. Yeah.
All of his stuff or early stuff or what?
All of it, just in general. He has an album from a few years back called 1992, and it's fucking fantastic. It's him talking about the early 90s in LA.
In LA?
Yeah, he has a whole song dedicated to like his parents giving birth to him in the 70s. The whole opening song is about the riots.
No shit.
Yeah, and it's just the way he paints it, whether or not he was there or not or whatever. Just the way he paints it and does it, it's fantastic. So
what about you, Kayla?
Listen to that.
I have a couple that I've been listening to. I don't know if you'll know them, but maybe
Russ.
You'll know them. He's not in that genre that we're talking about.
That's okay.
So Sueco, they're new.
Sueco, like SWAYCO.
SUECO.
Well, not what I expected.
I think I've seen that name.
Sueco.
Loveless. And then I can't remember Elijah's last name. Hang on.
Would.
No.
Would you?
I think it's just Elijah. Yeah, it is just Elijah. ELIJAH. But
so what's the genre of each of those? What's Sueco?
Metal. The same thing. All of them fall into the metal genre. I don't know how the subgenres, guys. So maybe it's not. But I like.
That's fun.
SUECO.
Sueco. 2.8 million monthly listeners.
Sueco, Texas.
And then Elijah. He is. I think my favorite song by him right now is "Harder to Lie." And then Loveless, Chris knows because I played that on the speakers in the warehouse.
I would just have to hear it, but I probably would.
You know the middle of the night cover where they're singing in the middle of the night, and then it was originally like an anime girl singing or something, and then it was like they covered it, and you made fun of them for being a cover band.
That doesn't sound like Christofer at all.
But they have their own original music, so it's crazy. But
no,
anyway.
I have a particular distaste for getting big off a cover, and it's nothing against the bands. It just drives me nuts that like a cover band can pack a house playing other people's music, and then you go to a show and it's like the scene almost died a handful of times in the last 20 years.
This call is about to end.
That's right. Let's wrap it up. Well, Scott.
Nobody even asked what my 3 were. I see how you pricks are. That's fine.
You piece of shit.
I'm going to invite everybody back in.
We're getting back in. Okay, so it does look like one dude, actually. I'm looking at his Instagram now. There's no band photos.
Is that Elijah?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And then Sueco. I played this one. I think. If I had a death note, I'll write my name on every page. Hear them talking shit over my headphones. Every single word that they say.
Maybe I missed it when you were out there. There's a lot of times I'll hear you out there, but I won't be out there half the time.
Yeah, no, he's a really good artist, but I think you would know this one. Yeah. That song sounds familiar, probably. But those are the new ones that I've been listening to.
That one I've heard.
New bands in the last 3 to 5 years.
Scott, 3 bands. What's your 3?
So, we talked a lot about Foreign Hands over the last couple of years. I've been jocking those guys hard as fuck. I've seen them a bunch of times.
Yeah, they got a restraining order on you, didn't they?
What?
They get a restraining order on you?
They did a couple of them, yeah.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah. I just went down to New Jersey and saw them. They played. They had pretty good sized EP that came out in 22. They played that all the songs off that EP. Fantastic show. It was real reminiscent of old school hardcore shows. It was, 300 people packed into a tiny little room. Basically no security, no stage, nothing. Just everybody going off, having the time of their lives. I think you saw some of those videos in my story from the night. It was
we saw
fantastic.
You.
I didn't see anything.
Dad Mosh.
I was too busy listening to Bring Me the Horizon and other stereotypical bands. So.
So those guys in the last year, I played them with you, and you know about it. Is Sinking In. Those guys fucking just killing it. They've got, I think, 6 songs out now. Every one of them total fucking banger. Love them to death. And then these guys, Search Warrant, again, they're straight up old hardcore. Like there's nothing, they're not rewriting anything. There's no new, but they just do a great job. And the back of this shirt is a picture of a. Hang on, turning around.
Turn around.
Oh, was that your underwear, bro?
Yeah.
Nice thong.
You're right. Can you see it? I can't see the fucking screen, so I don't know if you can see the
shirt. It says racist on it. That's all I can see.
It says "Kill your local racist."
Okay.
Oh, that's terrible.
Is that the Barstool? Is that the Barstool logo under him?
Barstool logo. But like, I don't know. Like I really like. I mean, everybody. Chris knows, and I think everybody knows. I'm pretty anti-racism. I think racism's really stupid. So I love supporting a band that's big into that.
That's a big statement to make, Scott. I'm glad you could come out and say that.
Watch all the other horrible things I've said. I had to say something positive.
Racism is stupid. You know me.
My skin is white, but I'm not racist. I swear to God.
I'm sorry.
No. You guys aren't listening. I said I'm against racism. Not that I wasn't racist. Nobody's listening to me here. It's ridiculous. I hate myself too.
Oh, the Italians, man.
I show that I'm against racism by not watching NASCAR. Because when I see things racing, it makes me think of racism.
Yeah, well, I do the same thing by not chomping on a Zen. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't become a cop, you know what I mean? So I know I'm not racist.
I won't even wear white.
But you bought teeth whitening. I don't understand that.
No, he didn't. Look at his teeth.
They're fucking
orange,
my
God.
Dude. They're fucking orange, dude.
Shit, it looks like Garfield the cat in your mouth.
Oh my God, we could have talked about all different kinds of music. Who's your favorite rapper of all time?
My favorite rapper of all time?
Who's your favorite rapper? And if you say fucking Biggie, and we're throwing hands at you.
No. Okay, can it be a group? Can it be a group? Because if it's a group, then I'm good.
De La Soul?
No, fucking House of Pain, baby.
That's your favorite rap of all time. That's your shit.
Those 3 fucking albums. Those 3 fucking albums.
Jump around.
Fucking tastic.
That's why I went like this, but he didn't see me.
Oh, I did. Same as it ever was. Tell me Same as it ever was isn't a perfect fucking album.
He doesn't even know what song it is.
On Point?
You shush over there.
You telling me? I know it.
Oh, Chris knows it.
On Point?
The lyrics for the chorus are stupid.
When it's time to rock a funky jam, I'm the man. When it's time to rock a funky joint, I'm on point.
I'm on point. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to listen to that album all the time. They're not good rappers by any means. That was fucking
amazing. That's probably my favorite group. Look, rap is hard because there's so many different, like. So this morning I was listening to Cameron. I love Diplomats. You know what I mean? I love fucking.
Dipset.
Right. Like. I like a lot of. There's so many different eras of rap. Picking one, but House of Pain is one group.
Don't you have like different phases that you go through every week? Because if you ask me right now, I would say Hobson. But if you ask me next week, it's not gonna be Hobson.
Well, not necessarily. Like there's different.
Yeah, but your favorite is who you come back to continually. You
That's
always
what I'm
come
saying.
back
Like,
to
No, it's not. I don't have favorites. I literally don't. I don't. When people ask me that question, it is so overwhelming.
I wouldn't call it a favorite though, because I do like it's like. I look at it as like I don't like a 1. I always do like a 5 because there's always something I come back to. Like I always come back to listening to the game.
That's a comfort song.
Yeah, I know, but that's but it's not even a song. Like in general for me, it's like a whole thing. Like I always
you go back to it.
Yeah, I always go back to the game. Almost any album. He has a few in the middle of the years that are not that great, but almost any time. Or like I always come back to freaking Yeah Baby from Big Pun. That's a comeback. Like I come back to that a lot.
What about Juvenile? The first
he's not
the
a
first
rapper.
The first 2 Juvenile albums are fucking amazing.
Yeah, but they're like club bangers though. They're like dance stuff.
I think Chris's
but
favorite
it's something
rapper
I
is
would come back
Eminem.
to. Eminem, like he had 4 or 5 real shitty albums.
Does that not count as someone you like? You come back to, Kayla?
Me?
Is that not a rap artist you come back to over the years?
How often do you hear me listening to rap? Because I listen to like Lil Skies, there's fucking Uzi Vert, there's like all the stuff that you guys would absolutely hate.
No, I have no problem with those guys. I have no problem with those guys. My question is like your entire list you've been coming back to for years, or do you just add to the list and you drop shit off and you just keep moving on?
I have lists that I come back. There's 4 or 5 in every genre that I come back to and listen to.
Well, that's why I'm asking Kayla. Like who do you like? Who stands out as something you always come back to, whether it be 6 months from now or weekly or daily or at least once a year? Like I'm putting this on.
I don't have that for rap.
Any genre? What about like any genre?
Oh, hip hop. I always go back to hip hop. Like soul singing, that will be my comfort genre forever. That'll be my favorite genre till the end of time. But I can't relate to that with rap because I just don't listen to it like that.
So what one artist?
It's not that I don't like it. I just have to be in the mood to listen to rap.
Yeah,
like,
but what one artist in general?
Alicia Keys.
Is it Alicia Keys?
Really?
Okay.
For sure.
She likes singing. She's a sing lover.
Love Alicia Keys. As much as I don't like Chris Brown, he has a very talented voice because don't punch women in the face, bro. But like that's a given.
Okay, well, hang on. Alicia Keys or Aaliyah?
Alicia Keys.
Aaliyah's not even on the table for that discussion.
I love Aaliyah. Absolutely talented.
But she is not on the table, though.
She's talented. Everyone called Ariana Grande the up-and-coming Mariah Carey. They had beef for a while, but now
but guess who was
what
before?
Do you mean thumbs down?
Who
now
was before Mariah Carey?
Hang on. Aaliyah, let me back up. Ariana Grande, one of the greatest natural singing voices I've ever heard.
Okay, what's your problem then?
Her music is trash.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I knew that. Well, half of it is. I think that half of it is trash. It's trendy.
But you know who came before Mariah?
It's not.
Who came before Mariah? That was ridiculous.
Celine Dion.
No.
Insane.
Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston
is
that Bodyguard song. That Bodyguard song. Like nobody could do that at the time.
Yeah. Every time that song came on.
Celine Dion, Mariah Carey. I would absolutely put Alicia Keys in this category. I don't care what anybody says.
I think when Celine Dion was going, I think it kind of took her. You guys saw that shit?
I guess, but she's still talented as fuck.
No, she is. That Titanic soundtrack.
She's got a huge range. I mean, she has a tremendous...
delusional and being talented can also go together because that's half of the artist.
Nah, she's not delusional. It was like a breathing exercise. Just look ridiculous.
But, I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right, though. Delusional and talented. Christofer has fit that bill every day since I've known him.
Mildly talented, very delusional.
Mildly autistic.
But yeah, I don't really have if I go into rap on the songs that I have downloaded on my phone, you guys would laugh at me. Let me just pull up my fucking...
Hang on. I just want to point out, Chris once got 23 out of 24 on an autism test, so maybe not mildly autistic.
I have Afro Man. I have Kalani. I really like Kalani.
Afro Man's fantastic.
Really Afro Man is jokey.
It's fantastic for what he is, right? He's not like a serious, like, it's the same way, like, when Nelly first came out, and Nelly was talking about street sweepers, and everyone from the hood was like, nah, dude, that ain't it. Like, you ain't that guy. And
he switched it up. DMX or like 50 Cent. I really like
DMX.
50 Cent.
DMX's first 2 fucking albums.
You said you like 50 Cent? You like 50 Cent? You said that? Is that what you just had?
I really like 50 Cent, yeah.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know how you really liked 50 Cent.
I really like 50 Cent.
I didn't know that about you.
Oh, the more you know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
All of his shit on my...
His early stuff was pretty fun.
Well,
it wasn't like...
she's listened to music around me for a long time, and I just don't recall ever hearing 50 Cent come on.
But
I know you're not. I know you got to be in the mood, but we've never.
No, I really like. I don't know. 50 Cent, Pop Smoke. I wish he didn't die before I got to see him. I still like Pop Smoke. Is like that really sucks for me. I really wanted to see Pop Smoke, but I also like Juice WRLD. He died, and then who's the other one that got shot? The one who sings really really sad songs.
X.
Yes, I would have loved. I cried the day that he died. It was so dramatic.
What about Nipsey Hussle?
He's very spotty with the verses and stuff. He's got a good voice, but I don't think he's consistently good.
What about punk rock? What's your what's your favorite punk rock? Chris hates
Hey,
punk
can you
rock,
give
by
me
the way.
examples of punk rock? I need examples when you say punk
He
rock.
knows I don't give
Well,
a shit about punk rock really
He
in that
hates punk, and he
sense.
doesn't matter if it's pop punk or
With
old
Maybe
school
like
all
punk
due
or
Blink
crust.
182?
respect. Huh?
Is
Well,
like Blink 182 punk rock? What?
That's
I mean,
pop
pop
punk.
punk, yeah.
I don't never liked Blink 182.
What about what about like early pop punk stuff like NoFX?
I wouldn't even call NoFX pop punk.
What would you
I
call
need
them?
more
Just punk.
examples.
Just punk.
What
I'm
about
looking at-
Rancid?
Never liked Rancid. Never liked NoFX. Never liked MXPX. Never liked
You never liked
fucking
Rancid?
the Descendants. Never liked them. I like one Misfits song.
I like Green Day.
I liked Green Day. I
Fall
liked
Out Boy,
Green Day
The
back in the day.
Offspring, Sum 41, Paramore. I like all these bands. I looked up examples. I like all those.
Did you say you don't like Rancid?
I don't care about Rancid.
Oh my god,
You
you're
know
a
I don't
fucking
listen to
idiot.
punk. I don't care for punk music. It bores me.
It was one of the
That's why I skipped punk and went to hardcore. The closest I get to punk is Old Ignite.
Murphy's Law.
No.
No.
Okay, would you guys consider Akon under the rap genre, or how would you?
He's hip hop. I would call him hip
I
hop.
like
You know what I think of Akon?
Young Money, Suicide Boys.
Hooks.
There's like Ty Dolla $ign. I saw him in concert. He was kind of sick.
Akon's
Ty
a
Dolla $ign was
feature
high.
artist. I don't consider him anything but a feature artist. I feel like he could feature in anywhere and he would make it work.
Oh
That
wait,
first album-
Nicki Minaj. Whoa! What do you mean no? Whoa! What's
File
happening?
her under rappers who are crazy at what they do and then got bigger and dumbed it way down.
What about the newer ones like Jack Harlow then?
I don't give a shit
Eh.
about Jack Harlow.
White boy rap. That's what Jack
You know
Harlow
what Jack
is.
Harlow
What about
he makes me think of
Saweetie?
a team of people making that work.
Or who's the lady that's up and who
Meg Thee
shaved everything?
Stallion?
She's
Oh,
bald
Doja Cat. I
now.
love Doja Cat.
Doja Cat. She's in
Female
the rap.
rappers are killing it right now. That I can
They
tell
are.
you.
Good.
Black,
They are.
white,
They're-
Good.
whatever.
I like Suicide Boys, but Chris doesn't like them. I've played them for
I'm
him
not a
before. He
big
doesn't
fan.
like
I
Suicide
can't get
Boys.
into those guys either. I checked it because everybody was jocking them hard. I said, I'll check these guys out. And nah, not it for me.
Not for
Kanye
me
West is
either.
meh to me. He's alright.
Kanye
Kanye's
was,
first two albums are fucking amazing.
Yeah, but you know what? He's doing.
That's he went off the deep end though. He's
Yeah, but
crazy
those
now.
first
But
two
he
albums.
still can do when he still puts his nose down. He can still make fire. You saw that couple of clips that just surfaced of his latest stuff he's been working on. He's doing his stuff at small little parties and shit, and it's fucking
Yeah, but
his
that's like
verses,
Ludacris.
the beats.
Ludacris fell off for how many years, and he came back with Silence of the Lambs, and everyone was like freaking
Well, he
out.
didn't even fall off.
Back R. Kelly.
I wouldn't say he fell off. I'd say he focused on acting more.
Yeah, he made
And
a couple extra $1
podcasting.
million.
Yeah, 'cause he was on fire. Well, he's one of the most underrated rappers I think in the game.
Oh my God, his first album,
Yeah,
fucking,
he is.
he
I
does that.
agree
He does
with
that
that.
song with
I agree with that.
who's the two fucking with
UGK?
UGK. He does that,
UGK.
yeah, he does that song with UGK, and it's fucking amazing.
He's one of the most underrated. He has punchlines, metaphors, everything, like comedy,
Everything.
serious.
Ludacris is good. Ludacris is really good. But
Have you
those
ever
are the
heard
people
that
that are
song
on
he does
my
with
rap
UGK?
thing.
What?
Have you ever heard the song that Ludacris does with UGK on his first album?
I don't know the name. I if I heard it, I would know. If I heard it, I'd definitely be able to tell you. But I don't know.
Bun B, that Pimp C, that Ludacris. Oh my God, that whole fucking song is so good.
You
Talking
are
about-
not musically inclined. I do not know what that is based off of the information you just gave.
Yeah, but
me.
it makes sense knowing that I'm pretty sure Ludacris's uncle is Scarface. So
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but who would you
I'm
have?
pretty
Who
sure.
would you have guessed that I had on my list of things before I said all the things that I said, like fucking Ludacris and all that? Like I grew up, my parents with the rap that they were listening to. I grew up a lot with the R&B and the rap that they were listening to because my parents had me when they were still teenagers. So
Yeah, it's crazy to me that I'm the same age as your dad.
you're actually older than my dad.
Bitch, I was fine with same age. You had to go make the qualification.
Well, that's what I mean is that I'm a little more than half your age, and my dad is younger than you.
Yeah, I want to go jump out of my window right now. Thank you for saying those things.
your dad's not younger than Scott.
How
Yes,
old
he is.
Scott?
I'll be 42 this year.
40
I think-
what?
I'll be 42 this year.
No, you're
Did-
younger than my dad. Never mind.
I thought
you
your
were
dad was a
older.
year younger than me. I thought we had figured that out
No,
before.
your dad just turned like 45, didn't he, or something like that? Yeah.
Oh, okay, but I'm the same age as your fucking dad.
You're dead.
The
Same
last
age
girl
as
I
your
was
dad.
dating, your dad was born in 79.
78.
Okay, the last girl I was dating was born in 79. Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna go jump down my stairs right now, head first.
Keep it in the 80s, baby. But
Oh, that's crazy.
Or the 90s if I could get it, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
we're
my
gonna edit
mom
that,
was
but
born in 82. I don't know. I have a lot. Like, if I send you both my playlist or all the songs that I have downloaded on my phone, like T.I., J. Cole.
I love T.I.
Which T.I. album? Because, again, the first 2 T.I. albums were fucking fire.
I actually really liked King.
Really?
Yeah.
King was fire. And even Paper Trail was really good. There's Paper
But
Trail.
if
Illy and
Scott-
56 bars is crazy, dude.
If Scott hasn't heard of Russ, you need to look it up. If your girly friend, said something about you having like a reader's voice, you should look into Russ.
Okay.
And
you don't think I have a reader's voice?
No. But if somebody else said that to you, that's
But
their
every woman
fantasy.
I've been with in the last year. But yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, so
You
my
sound
opinion
like a
doesn't matter
fucking
then.
muppet.
I look like a fucking Muppet too, you
You
prick.
look like a muppet.
Well, I'm just saying that if you're somebody else's fantasy, that's fine. But you should look up the song "Nasty," the extended version specifically.
You were telling me about that,
Good
yeah.
God.
And you never fucking did it. So
I have
here we are.
ADHD. You have to remind me 42 times to do something.
Or just do it the first time I said it.
I'm gonna beat your ass, and I'm gonna beat your dad's ass because you're both the same size.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the word size.
We
Because
should.
you're a size queen.
We should wrap this up.
Size queen.
If I'd have
What's
wrapped it
that?
up, I'd have 4 less kids.
You would. 5 less kids or 30 or something like that.
Let's conclude this long yelly of an
Hey.
episode.
Love it.
Hey, but we had fun.
It was very
That was
fun,
the point.
Scott.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Scott.
We should do it again sometime.
Why do you keep saying his name like that, you fucking
Oh,
weirdo?
Scott. Thank you, Scott,
Thanks-
for joining us, Scott.
Thanks, Christofer.
Listen,
I'm still burning your
I'm
fucking
glad
house down.
that I couldn't contribute to this, but you guys still had fun.
you know,
You did good.
you contributed.
Nah, man.
You
It's
moderated.
cool, though. I don't mind being the younger one here.
Fuck you. Oh, shit.
It must be
I feel
nice
like
to
I'm
be.
pretty well
It must
versed
be
for my
nice to
age.
only be in your 30s.
Oh,
I feel like I'm pretty well versed for my age in this topic that we just talked about specifically.
You
As
are.
somebody who has talked to people in my
You
age
are.
group, you
You
guys
are. No, you
should
are.
be able to attest to that.
listen, you are. We will get you an extra baby bottle.
You unprofessional son of a bitch.
I can't get a phone call in the middle of a fucking fuck you. I can't control who calls me or doesn't call me.
You can
I
put
don't
it
have-
on Do Not Disturb. That's literally what that's for.
I didn't know that that's what that did.
Did you hear my phone? Did you hear my phone go off?
Do you hear my phone
It's because
go
nobody
off?
called me.
Oh, no.
Because the only person who would call him is downstairs listening to him be an idiot.
Deborah, call your son. He feels unwanted.
All right, Scott, thank you for joining us and yelling
Love
at
you
us about
guys.
music. Kayla, thank you for moderating and being a professional, the professional that you are. It's you guys are
Not
not you're
professional, but
backwards.
professional enough.
You're backwards on the
Wait.
screen. Scott, reach the other. Nope, the other way. You were fine, Kayla. Scott, other hand, bring it to the middle. It's still fractured by your screen. It's a broken heart tribute. Oh, yeah. On that note, we're gonna be making. We got the April show coming up. Podcasts and music.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, podcasts and
Yeah.
music. We got the April show coming up. At the end of this episode, you're going to see the flyer for it. What? Did you pick your nose or something? Did you fart burp? Did you burp fart?
I'm a good person. That's all.
You're a
great
good person?
Oh, yeah.
You know the two of us know you in real life, right?
For sure. Anyways.
But stick around. Stick
show in
around for the
April.
credits. You're going to see the flyer for that show coming in April. We're going to make some posts coming up about it. We're hoping it'll be a good time. Maybe we can get all 10 of you who listen to us to come do it. You know, and
You
Kayla,
can see us in person. You'll see how short I actually am and how not.
skinny
You know what?
Chris
You'll
is.
see Chris. Never mind.
Not skinny Chris is. So,
Whoa!
Kayla,
Is that what you thought I was going to say?
how short
You
I
think
am
he's a
and how
white
not
fox,
handsome
little
Chris
bitch.
is.
You're both a delight. I love you
Oh
both.
my God, Kayla, you got anything else to say to the folks before we go?
I'm not being held hostage here. See you guys next time.
That's why Scott's
Thanks,
background
guys.
is blurred. Bye.
Things you don't understand. Lose 3 teeth out your mouth. Keyboard, cowboy. Never thought you'd have to back it up. Back it up. Can't wait to teach you what this on. Time to shit, fool. Me and Scotty gonna run